They're the last person you're thinking about when you go to sleep, and it's just your whole life is consumed. In the same way, this is the relationship that God desires with us, that our lives are consumed, that He's the one that we think about, that we're talking with Him and communicating with Him all throughout our day. And so when are we to pray? Always, without ceasing, continually and constantly. But in addition to that, it's also very valuable for us to have a set time to pray, a regular, a scheduled, a routine time to sit down without distraction and spend time in prayer. You could think about the prophet Daniel. You remember in Daniel chapter 6, they wanted to get rid of Daniel, so they devised the scheme and told the king, hey, sign this, then nobody can pray, to anybody except for you. And it tells us in Daniel chapter 6, verse 10, that when Daniel knew that it was signed, he went home, and then in his upper room, with his windows open toward Jerusalem, he knelt down on his knees 3 times that day and prayed and gave thanks before his God. But the key here, at the end of Daniel chapter 6, verse 10, it says, as was his custom since early days. The prophet Daniel had this custom. What did he do? He went up into the upper room 3 times a day and prayed. He had a set time. He had a schedule. He had an appointment with God 3 times a day. Of course, we can pray without ceasing all of the time, talking about our life, but there's a lot of distractions, and we're focused on lots of different things. It's good to have those set times. And whether it's 3 times a day or 50 times a day or 1 time a day, I don't think that's so much something that we have